Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. I received a list here from Pidox to re-review some of the reports here for the controversial label. We discussed them and then we merged our list. The results, these should be labeled controversial according to the two of us. Okay, let's take a look at these guys. Jets now defer attack, force attack, attack move, and guard commands while reloading. Just jet aircraft bearer so that attack, force attack move, and guard commands given while the aircraft is reloading are deferred until reloading is complete. Okay, so that they don't start. So that they don't start while they have no ammunition. Right, because otherwise they would start when they have no ammunition. Why is this controversial? Pidox says this should be labeled controversial. Does that make sense? I don't know. To me, it doesn't sound controversial because it sounds like that it's very desirable that when you put your empty aircraft on guard mode or something, that doesn't launch. But I guess this is fine. Yes, we can do preserve. Was it a retail behavior? Yeah, so I'm not seeing it that this is controversial. I'm not sure. Maybe this, I'm not entirely sure. I will just put the question in there. User China dozers disarm mines by moving across minefield. Current behavior. Design. Current behavior does not get harmed when walking across a minefield, and the mines do not detonate. Do not get damaged when driving across a minefield, but the mines do detonate. I think we should make the behavior consistent for all 3 units, because it seems currently more efficient to use the dozers to drive across a minefield instead of clearing it. Yeah, I mean, it's somewhere between a bug and design, I would say. Yeah. Is it controversial? Probably. Yeah. Man, this music I've selected here is bad. Let's try something else. Oof. Maybe that. Just some calm music, please. Yeah, so yeah, I think controversial for this one makes sense because it is a big gameplay change. Yeah, I would also label it bug, but you could also see this as a design thing. Okay, so I added that. What about this? Fix missing horde condition of nationalism and fanaticism weapon bonuses. Yeah, I think that's fair to mark it as controversial, yeah. That's fair. Fixed nationalism. Well, this one is closed, so we don't care, but yeah, we can add the label. Sure. But the gray closed means it's not merged. This here. Red closed is not merged. When it is purple, well, this is green open is not merged. When it's purple merged, then it's merged in main branch. Yeah. Bug fix, Chinooks and Helixes now correctly. Wait for the passengers to disembark. The Chinook correctly unloads a passenger every 100 ms. Okay, so I guess the double landing, that one is not controversial, right? If you fix a double landing, that's not controversial. Here, unloading them all at once, that's certainly much more efficient than unloading these guys. So I agree that this is a controversial change because it takes longer to unload them, right? So I agree with that, but the bug itself, like that it double lands, that wouldn't be controversial. But yeah, there's a delay now, 800 milliseconds, not much, but yeah, it is something. It also changes the behavior. They move now. Yeah, it is. It's controversial. I agree with that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Fix unreliability of historic bonus weapons. Okay, unreliability when testing Inferno is preferred to test without hide die update. Unreliability. This change fixes historic bonus weapons not triggering reliably. The issue is that whenever a historic weapon bonus is triggered, it resets the historic bonus count for all weapons using the same template. This means that if a firestorm is triggered by another firestorm is halfway to triggering, that other firestorm's progress will be reset. In addition, historic damage instances now more accurately expire based on weapon template's historic bonus time, rather than the global historic damage limit. This doesn't sound like to me it doesn't sound like a controversial bug. Like you want that the firestorm always triggers correctly. Like I cannot picture a situation where someone says it's okay that my firestorm doesn't trigger because there was some other firestorm on the map that bugged my firestorm. Like I don't think that this would be controversial. Like you want your firestorm to be triggered, right? So if this was about the historic weapon bonus limit of 3, which I think there is, I think that's another thing about the historic weapons, then I would understand, but I think it's this one is a plain bug. No, only 3 firestorms can be active at the same time. With historic bonus color 5, only 3 firestorms triggered. Bonus color 1/9 Infernos triggered firestorms. Okay, but then it's only coincidence that you can trigger 3 by, you know, the chance of the setup. It's not a hard limit that it was set. It's just because the bug made this the likely outcome. I don't know. Is this controversial? Is this controversial? I mean, it makes China better, yeah. Okay, I think, here's what I think, that the bug fix itself is correct. Like, you want this feature to work correctly. But now you could say, okay, the firestorms is too strong now, and we need to have a new feature, a new setting that offsets this bug fix, right? Where you can explicitly say, a player can only trigger 3 firestorms max, something like this, right? To cap the amount of firestorms that someone can trigger, right? So that would be like a follow-up design in response to the bug fix. So I don't think that the bug fix itself is controversial, but like it will trigger a controversial outcome. So I think it's fair to add controversial. Let me add an explanation to this. I added controversial label. I think the bug fix. I think the bug fix itself is undisputable and desirable, but there may be a desire to still be able to cap the amount of firestorms, the amount of concurrent firestorms per player or team. If they are too strong. Yeah, I added the controversial label. I do think the bug fix itself is absolutely desirable, but there may be a desire to still be able to cap the amount of concurrent firestorms per player or team if the firestorms are considered too powerful. Yeah, so if someone comes up and says, yeah, we need less firestorms, then we could have like an explicit feature for this, and then you can set it in the ini file somewhere. Yeah, but the bug fix, it needs to be fixed like this. Like, you can't have this random behavior. It's just doesn't make sense. Say perfectly desirable to restore sane behavior. For otherwise. Good. Then we have that. Next. Consistently yield experience for direct flame kills. This change causes units and buildings that die via flammable status to consistently yield experience to the flammable status source. Yeah. I think this fix is very desirable, but it's fair to mark it as controversial. Yeah, let's add controversial. I think that's fair. Yeah. Healing no longer prevents stealth objects from revealing when taking damage. Heal hidden. Oof. Is this controversial? I'm not sure. I'm on the fence here. I mean, it's what you expect when you damage it. It should reveal, right? So why would it stay hidden if you repair it? That seems weird. Pidox suggested to add the controversial label. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I can't imagine that the player would expect this to happen and would think that this is desirable. Not sure. I'm not sure. Fix hard-coded cache hack value for Black Lotus. This change allows the effective value defined in the special ability update module to control the amount of cache stolen. Yeah, okay. Same story as to what the other one of the previous ones. At the controversial label. The bug fix totally makes sense, but considering it requires any change to restore original behavior, we can mark it as controversial for extra awareness. Yeah, but the bug fix is totally undisputable, but yeah, you can say, okay, you require this any change to restore the original cache hack value for the Black Lotus, and so that the pure code changes gameplay in a significant way that you wouldn't expect it to do, right? Yeah. The bug fix is perfectly desirable. Okay, I think that's it. So there were 2 things where I'm not sure I added this as comments, or 3 things, I don't know. I disagreed with some, or wasn't sure. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't explain why these individual ones. So I think that needs a bit more discussion maybe. I don't know. Not a big deal, I guess. Although, actually, if we just go by, what changes gameplay in a way, then I guess it's fair to mark this as controversial. Yeah. Yeah. Let me revisit this once someone answered here. Yeah. So it was this one here. This one. And okay, these two. Revisit later. Okay. Once I remember, I will check it once more if someone made a comment there. Good. Then oh boy, we have so many reviews. Oh. So what about this guy now? Omniblade request changes. Okay. Does the browser engine stuff actually work and do anything useful these days? Maybe just strip it out as it isn't cross-platform anyhow. Skip adding G. Debug information is useful even for release builds, especially in the future we go as a crash dump. Yes, I did start on a system to mimic PDB, then stopped. Do we want strip and object copy to separate debug file, or both builds or only release? Okay. Okay, you figure out that. Good. What else? Oh man, why do we have so many reviews now? Oh, do we have anything else approved right now? Let me see. What about this guy here? This change preserves unit behavior when a player's assets are transferred to an ally player. I think we talked about this. Very good. Okay. I did approve it, so we could merge it. fix object. Okay. So bug design gen minor node retail 0R. Okay, I think we can merge this. Bug fix preserve unit behavior when transferring assets to allies. Okay, then let me look at author Mauler. Okay. So what about this guy now? If there are things left to do, can we? Let me ask. I suspect this means more. I suspect this means there's more to be done here. Not yet ready for review. Okay, there's action items left over. Okay, let's go to Sky error 0. Okay, let's go to Cabal 009. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Looks logical in principle. Looks correct to me. Okay. Okay, I dismissed the approval. This one still is an open task. This one is a draft open task. This one is very old. And this as well. Let me look at this again. Okay, let me help him and ask ChatGPT. There we go. Let's see. So this was before and this was after. Review the same for the following. This to this. A, B. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's ask if that is the same. Yes, A and B are logically equivalent. Assuming isIdle has no side effects. Norm is C++ operator precedence. M frames to wait is an integer-like value. Let's see. Frames to wait is integer. isIdle. AI group. Oh boy. AI group, I get flashbacks. It's a const. Okay. Okay. Then let me. Version B is strictly better because it makes this fast pass explicit. Clearly encodes, always allowed. Okay. If ChatGPT is happy with it, then I guess I'm happy too. Then I don't need to review this. ChatGPT approves. Okay. Okay, well, in that case, I think this is fine. It's logical to me. Do not know either. Yeah, that's a good question here. Let's ask ChatGPT if he has an idea. Given the following condition, what is your best bet on the intended operator precedence? Assuming if the programmer forgot to place parentheses. Maybe I should give it a bit more context. Let's give him the whole function. The whole function is the following condition. If the program forgot to place parentheses. Short answer, the intended and actual in C++ precedence is almost certainly that. Not that. Why this is the best and essentially certain interpretation, actual C++ operator precedence, and binds tighter than that. So without parentheses, the compiler passes this as is shift. That part is not ambiguous from the language. Semantic intent, that's this matters more than the grammar, yes. The function is clearly implementing classic keyboard semantic. Shift everything. Always use a shifted glyph. Caps, letters only. Only affects alphabetic letter keys. Oh. Ah. Aha. 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 Okay. I see. Mm-hmm. Let's copy this. ChatGPT has an opinion on this and it looks reasonable. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, cool. Then I think I agree with this change. Did we miss anything? Otherwise, we can improve this. Actually, can you move the changes that do change behavior into a separate pull? Otherwise, change behavior into a separate pull so that we have a distinction between refactor and fix. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Otherwise, this looks all good to me. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I'm happy with this. It just needs splitting because there is one logic change that does actually change behavior, and so that is not a refactor, but the rest is. Yeah, good. All right. So great. Then we have that. Now let's do next Jurassic Lizards, a newcomer. So he just opened a new thingy here and has one open since 4 days. Okay, let's take a look at the first one here. Fixes that. The issue only affects generals but not 0 hour. Crash happens when switching from one window size to another. Brought the logic to be the exact same as in the general 0 hour world builder, which is known to work without crashing, removing, shut down, and re-init when resetting. Okay, I do like that it's very low complexity. Oof. Okay, let me do the following. We do a win merge. Compare, no. was it? WB view 3D 3D dot star compare tools world builder source. There we go. So that is line 577. 5 7. Aha. Okay. Yeah. Then this entire comment block can be removed because this is simply merging 0-hour code to generals, and we do not comment merges. The entire comment block can be moved because this is simply merging 0-hour code to generals, and we do not comment these kind of changes. These do not comment these merges. Otherwise, it looks good. Yeah. Shut down in it. Okay. Otherwise, this is fine. Then I think bug fix. Let's do unify world builder. Let's do WB view 3D. Fix winner resizing crash in general web builder. Yeah, I mean it's a bug fix and a unify. Let's go with bug fix then. Yeah. Good. So it's unify bug major world builder. Yeah. Not bug, crash, actually. Crash. Crash major unify world builder. Okay. Milestones, major bug fixes. There we go. Yeah. Good. Then it will be red black. Okay, so good. Then let's see if there's anything here. Fix spelling error. Undefined behavior. What is this? Attribute my alien, may alias. Okay. Then let's review this guy next. Okay, so this is debug major enhancement gen zh. Milestone. No milestone. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I already started reviewing here a bit. Is there a reason? Okay, then let's take a look at the code again. So, this is a recent commit hash. ImGui, draw tables, okay, this one is fine. Okay, let's take a look at this backend thingy. Based on that, what is this? Engine X Pro. What is this? Multi-hack. Self-leaked. Self-leaked, what? What is this? Multi-hack. So it's from a cheat, yeah? Okay, interesting. Remove. Set void this. The ImGui imp. Um, please use name please use style instead of that is then also consistent with the default ImGui backends. You can borrow a header from ImGui backends, ImGui TX9 backend. Okay. Yeah, for all the rest here, I don't... What the hell is that? What is this here? Why are there three? I'm so confused about those three. I've never seen that. Will this even compile? Let me run the workflow to see if it compiles. Yeah, this looks very strange to me. Yeah, I've never seen that kind of syntax. Never. Yeah. Okay, let's get back here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. Yeah, I assume that all this is correct. I don't understand most of these things here. It calls some and set some states. Who knows what this does? Yeah. Create something here in it. Add ref, blah blah, shut down something. I guess we can compare if it does things similar to how DirectX 9 does this thing. So let's search for the shutdown functions, for example. Yeah, that looks very similar. Init, add ref. Look at okay. New frame. Okay. I assume that this is all good. Yeah, and will all work correctly. Yeah. I mean, he showed a screenshot and it worked, so I guess that's fine. Okay. Good. Then what's next? Imconfig. I suspect this is also just copied. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, comments always, never, comments typically do not align with macros. Typically are not aligned with macro, not aligned to macros. Indentation. Several times in this change. Create device, check version, create context. IO. Why is doing this here? Remove this. Gamepad. Okay, I still need to get an overview here. So ImGui support debug. Full debug. Maybe just call it ImGui. Support. Why did we call it 0 hour stuff? Support debug. Just say building with ImGui, because this should make no claim whether it is in debug builds. Built with ImGui. Yeah, it's because this one has nothing to do with the Quake-like console. It shouldn't say that. Yeah. Built with ImGui. Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah. RTS ImGui enabled. Is that a RTS ImGui enabled? Where's this macro defined? Somewhere here. Here, RTS ImGui enabled. RTS RTS files to include star.txt. Build option ffmpeg. Has ffmpeg. RTS. Trying to find out what our naming conventions are. Has ffmpeg. Has ffmpeg. Do I have anything else with RTS has? Nope. RTS enable. RTS install. RTS build. Okay, well, it looks like that's established. So let's see. Has ImGui RTS enabled? Is there any precedence to that enabled? Nothing. Maybe RTS has ImGui because there's a, so it looks like that is the established pattern so far. Okay, it's quite a lot of comments here. Good. What else do we have? Pro forwards input to ImGui. Validate device objects. Okay. Okay, fair enough. And scene data. And scene. Okay. Web browser. Web browser render. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Da window proc handler. If da window proc handler. Okay. Okay. Comments. These comments can also perhaps move the ImGui, perhaps move the comments also in the ifdef block. Well, on the other hand, then it would be inconsistent with some of these, yeah, right? Well, these are all always the same. I think it's too much redundancy in these comments. I think I already commented this, right? Let's keep one. This comment exists in way too many places. This comment exists in way too many places. Better document the ImGui integration at one single place, somewhere visible. Central. Access lines. Okay, I think for now that review is good enough. I will need to look a bit closer into these things in the next pass. Yeah. And scene. So there's one question though. So we have game clients here, and that one calls new frame. New frame. Okay, let me take out this comment here. And we remove this. And then we add a new comment here. In the tools, but if that is not possible, then this code needs to live in tools too. You can apply the abstraction that Baptista had suggested to streamline these. Okay, then I will submit that review. We'll keep him busy for a bit, I guess. Okay, good. What else do we have? Okay. Then okay, how about we review these spelling errors next? There's another wave of spelling error fixes. God damn it. Oh my gosh. Okay, how about we do that next session? I'll take a break now. Yeah. Let's do the next session. Okay. I can maybe also already add the labels as documentation. Fix spelling errors in internal identifiers. Well, it's not a refactor, right? We discussed this with fix. Yeah. Good. Okay, good. Then I will take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.